my lady, and my lords. My name is Robert Kamwara. For the record, I will be relying on my amended petition dated the 9th of August 2023, my affidavit sworn on the 9th of August 2023, my further affidavit sworn on the 24th of August 2023, my written submissions dated 24th, and my supplementary written submissions dated the 8th of September in response to the first and second respondents' submission. My Lord, yes, my Lord, on my way here I had carried 4 stones, but I was denied to come with them. So I'll simply explain them and I would wish you visualize them. And my 4 stones, my Lord, one of them is openness, opaqueness, accountability, and ambiguity. I want to put section 84 on the weighing scale. And my Lord, the purpose of doing this is to demonstrate how section 84 is ambiguous. In this case, I'll be asking a question: is section 84 of the Finance Act unconstitutional? And the answer to the affirmative. This section has been enacted to ensure that there is as much opaqueness as there can be. Why do I say that? When the Finance Act, when the Finance Bill was brought to the public for the public participation, the Finance Act, the Finance Bill in itself stipulated clearly the issues that through the Employment Act would be amended, and the benefits that the members of public, those who are employees and employers, would benefit from. I'll read in brief. In the small titles that are the marginal titles, one of the things that was supposed to be amended was that there would be a national housing fund, a national housing development fund. My Lord and my lady, on the enactment of the Finance Act, nothing like this was demonstrated. Further to that, the Finance Bill was clear, and it had stated that employees were to qualify for affordable housing. And who are these? It clearly stated, and it is said that employees would benefit and they would be financed for purchase of a house. The Finance Act that came out, my Lord and my lady, did not have that. The Finance Bill further was clear on how funds would be transferred back in the event that somebody retired and did not need to use the monies that he had paid from his employment. The Finance Act does not address that. It's clear that the space between the Finance Bill up to the time of the enactment of the law, there was a lot of ambiguity that took place. No openness came out, and we can comfortably say that the Act is purely ambiguous. It is meant to confuse. Initially, it was very clear, but later was meant to confuse Kenyans. Article 10 and Article 201 on principles of public finance, the Public Finance Act clearly states that everything should be open and there should be no opaqueness in anything. There was no transparency, bearing in mind that the Constitution has only provided for 4 kinds of taxes. That is the income tax, VAT, excise, and customs. We are blind to where this housing, affordable housing levy, should be allocated. Fine. The legislators are saying, or the respondents are clearly saying, that there is Article 209(2) that allows the creation of additional taxes. The legislators can put in new taxes. But in this case, where can we present the housing levy to? It is not clear. The first respondent, in his replying affidavit in paragraph 24 and 25, alleged that the funds were to be governed by the National Housing Corporation. However, the Act is silent. The Act does not say where the money is going to be taken to. These are a lot of funds. The month of August itself, a lot of monies were deducted from all these people who are seated here and those also in the bench. Monies were deducted from their salaries, but truly the money cannot be accounted for. I wish to now bring to your attention my second point about opaqueness once again. And Section 84 states that the levy shall be deducted from the gross pay of employees. What is gross pay? What is gross pay? The fourth respondent has attempted through an instrument which I would call a public declaration or a roadside declaration that gross pay is 1, 2, 3, 4 things. There is nowhere in the Income Tax Act that this has been properly defined. There is nowhere gross pay has been defined. In that case, the public finance management legislation states that there should be clarity, and the purpose is to collect as much as possible. We can tell the reason why the Finance Act put in the affordable housing is purely just to collect money, monies that cannot be accounted for. Therefore, we can say no accountability, despite the fact that we want to collect as much using the ambiguous methods of collecting cash. I'll rely on my bundle of documents on paragraph 24, Republic versus Commissioner of Domestic Taxes. And my lord, on this, I'll rely on the Bidco Oil Refineries versus Attorney General. In the judgment, it was clear that it is within the authority of the legislature to enact legislation governing the manner in which particular form of taxes is to be administered, including the manner in which it is to be imposed. Therefore, the legislation or the legislature did not cover or did not undertake its work to fully ensure that Article 210, to ensure that the taxes that were being created were properly collected. Article 201 and Article 10 then can clearly be seen to be infringed, because in Article 10, accountability, national values, good governance on how the funds are going to be utilized does not seem to be coming out. Further, I wish to demonstrate that in Section 84, there was a lot of ambiguity because the fifth respondent purported to appoint the fourth respondent. However, it should be the vice versa, where we have the CS, Treasury, who should be appointing Kenya Revenue Authority, and not the CS of lands appointing Kenya Revenue Authority to do the collection of tax. Under what law was the appointment done? It is clear that there is ambiguity and that there was no clarity on those issues, and therefore the reason why they had to quickly try and circumvent and get the Commissioner of Income Tax putting up something very fast to collect the funds. The first and second respondent justifies the appointment of the fourth respondent on basis of Section 75 of the PFM Act. But my lords and my ladies, this is not right. Only the CS of Finance can appoint the fourth respondent to undertake collection of revenue, and in that way then, this was a true intervention, a true contravention of the law. This was actually intentional, I would say, to create more opaqueness on the violation of Article 10, violation of Article 201, funds taken away from members of public from hard-earned money being diverted into accounts that cannot be explained, rightly denying the right of property to members of public, and defying and infringing Article 40 of the Constitution. It's actually unconstitutional and pointing to the fact that there is a lot of opaqueness on this issue. The Statutory Instrument Act also clearly, thank you, my lord. sorry for that. The Statutory Instruments Act in Section 5 breathes life into Article 201 of the Constitution, where we say that public participation should be actually undertaken when you want to enact any document, like the guidelines for KRA. This was not undertaken. So, my Lord, I wish to submit that the Section 84 of the Finance Act be declared unconstitutional, and therefore we pray that the petition be prayed as aloud, and I wish to thank you, my Lord.
May it please my lord, my lady, my name is Ongoya. I appear